People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, I don't know why I'm making this video. We're probably just over an hour before kickoff in the Arsenal versus Chelsea game. So I want to be here quick. I don't want to bore you and ramble on more than I normally do. But sadly, my ticket plug flopped me at the last moment today. No hard feelings. They normally pull through. But yeah, I was meant to go to the game, dead on certain to go to the game, people, and it just didn't happen for me. I didn't get to go. I'm not going to Arsenal versus Chelsea. Bit upsetting, because it's Arteta's first game under the lights at the Emirates. I've been told that Tyrese Jules is in the matchday squad, so that's a good look. Whether he plays is another case, but you know me, I'm a big fan of Tyrese Jules, and it's a good look for these young players to be involved in some capacity, not just him but the others. Yeah, man, Aubameyang's had stuff to say in relation to Arteta now. I'm bullish on Arteta. That doesn't mean Premier League titles and these things. Just someone I can believe in. Tactics I can believe in. Philosophy I can believe in. And it sounds like the players believe the same, because Joe, a number of players are speaking. But Aubameyang's had something to say in relation to, I believe, the captain's notes, which is typically in the programme. I wouldn't know that to be fact right now because I don't have the programme in front of me, because again, sadly, I'm not going. Clearly, you can see my heart is broken because, listen, I don't expect Arsenal to win against Chelsea. I'd love us to be wrong. This is my heart obviously says Arsenal. My brain doesn't say we're going to win, but I'd still love to have been there, man. It's the last game for the end of the year. But anyways, Aubameyang says Mikel Arteta has made an instant impact since returning to the club as head coach. And now, obviously, his actual words: we need to make sure, all of us, players and fans, that he has a successful home debut. He's only been in charge for a few days, but we've seen a big difference already. We needed someone who would come in and shake the whole squad up. And that's in a positive way. That doesn't necessarily mean come in there, you know, hairdryer treatment, shout at you, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, as a manager, you need to have elements of that. But someone that is radical in their ideas, someone that's different in how they speak to players one-to-one and as a group, ultimately with different ideas. A lot of these similar words were said when Emirates first came in, not by Aubameyang and not to this extent, admittedly, but obviously I want to still see, like all the players are talking about this, and like Aubameyang has said, we need to give him a good home debut. They need to play for the manager now, because obviously play for the club, play for the fans, all these things, but they need to play for the manager now, because we're going to go through some good periods, we're going to go through some tough periods, and if you're really working for this man and you believe in him, you've got to take these comments personal, like somebody's talking to you about your mother or father. That's how you've got to, I'm not saying Arteta's their dad, but that's how they've got to take it, because if they're really buying into what he's on, personal comments like when if the media do make negative Arteta comments in the future, they've got to ride for him, and that starts today. Obviously, I would like to win, but for me, worst comes to worst, I want to see if we've lost to this Chelsea team, we lost to the better men. They rose to the occasion. London derby, they were the better men. There was a great individual brilliance or something like that. I don't want it to be typical what we've seen this season, cheap goals, not starting off well. Because minimum, that's encouragement from Arteta's best first game at the Emirates. Obviously, in an ideal world, we'd all love him to win against Chelsea. Obviously, it's a big game. Arsenal fans, we haven't had much to cheer about this season. But worst comes to worst, I want to walk away with the game with some credibility, some sort of confidence to move forward. Because listen, these games are coming thick and fast. We've got United to start the new year, and United have got immediate after losing to Watford and stuff. They're getting back to winning ways. They won, 2-0 the other day? What was it? 2-0 yesterday? Who they play? Was it Burnley? Martial scored or something like that. I saw match of the day. So they did their thing. But moving on, he said, he said he's only been in charge for a few days, but we've seen a big difference already. We needed someone who would come in and shake the whole squad up, as I said. We needed someone with new ideas, with a new message, and someone who would take us in a different direction. Mikel has brought all of that. We needed a fresh new start and something different, and we can feel it already. He's very rigorous and demanding on the training pitch. He's all about the details. It's all about the details with him, So he talks a lot, repositions us, explains a lot of things. And that's what I like. Obviously, I think Emre gave these a lot of information, but too much information can be too much, can also have a negative effect. And I think where Arteta looks like he differs is he looks like he tries to really understand the individual personalities of the players, like how Aubameyang might learn is different to how, I don't know, Socrates might or Xhaka might. And obviously, if you understand the differences, they're more likely to take on what you're saying, and that's the vibe I get from him. And I like the fact that you can tell he's not talking for the sake of it, and he's leaving nothing to chance. He's got to obviously treat them like they're grown men, but to a degree we're going back to the basics, under 7 sort of stuff. Reposition guys so there's no any uncertainty as to where they should be, or on a pitch or in a particular action on the field. To get it, there can't be anything. So he's consistently leaving nothing to chance. When we get to a level where people understand and there's basic competencies, then we can do all of that. But for me, it just screams as someone that, it's like, you know what I used to hate? Shout out to Darren, the Black Pep Guardiola that used to coach me. But I used to hate when he used to go, stop, stand still. And then if you're here and you're doing the wrong thing, he'll literally drag you and say, no, I want you here, or you should be here. And he'll tell you why. And then there's a forum to ask questions and why not, and things like that. So that's what you want to see. Because this is how we install confidence. You're only going to have confidence if you've been training on something for a long period of time, and you've actually understood it and you're able to replicate it. He said, if you analyse our display against Bournemouth closely, you can see the tactical changes Mikel made, like the positions of our 2 fullbacks, Mesut and I playing between the lines behind Lacazette, Granit's position as well in the build-up play, all of which I've spoken about in my previous vids and you've seen yourself and commented and whatnot, people. So it's nice to see that was worked on and replicated. His message to the players was clear and very well received. It's about the attitude and commitment. He wants us to be at 200% all the time, to give everything we have and to leave it all on the pitch. It's exciting for us because it's so different to everything we've done and experimented with before. And that's what you want to hear, leaving it on the field. And to be fair, that's easier said than done. It's good to hear that the players are buying into that, but that is hard. That means you've got to still keep this message when he's telling you to do drills or do things you don't necessarily believe in. You've got to have some sort of blind faith to your manager now to a degree. And obviously they're going to be doing drills that are boring and whatnot, because you look at Pep Guardiola. To be able to play that way, it's fun, but it must be boring. Consistently stopping. Where do you need to be tactically? Because to do all that wavy thing on the ball, you need to spend hours off the ball. Exactly what you should be doing at every moment. And there's probably numerous times players sat there and said, okay, it's Pep Guardiola, I believe in him and that, but I don't really think there's anything to this. So they need to keep that same open-mindedness when the tough time comes. Like he said, he wants us to be at 200%, and it's exciting. He said it's a new dawn, and you can feel how positive everyone is at the club about it. We could also close the gap on Chelsea to 5 points with a win. We need the Emirates to be a fortress, make it really hard for Chelsea. It's Mikel's return too, and I'm sure he'll be really up for it, and we need to feel it. So again, tenacity, commitment, and above all, and what ties into all of that, the main theme of how we'll win this game or be up for it is simply energy for me, people. Just energy, energy, energy. That's the basic requirements, people. Really and truly. There's nothing really more to add. There's some Arteta comments, but I'll save them for after the game and whatnot and do another vid on them, because again, time is of the essence and I respect you guys' time. But for now, DG, I'm out.